All right, it's Warped Rationale with Ben and Eric after our extended hiatus.
My God.
Hiatus.
Why do we always do this?
I don't know.
It's just the way it is.
It's the creative process, man.
Yeah.
We're too sexy for 11 episodes.
That's right.
So this isn't 11. This is volume 2, episode 1.
Right.
Probably the best way to handle it.
Yeah, this is season 2.
Yeah, season 2. Yay,
season 2.
That's what we should do. That'll let us get away with all the bullshit we
That'll
pull.
let us get away with whatever we want to.
All right, so the one that I've got for you today, I've explained to you loosely the concept, but what I'm dealing with here is let's transport you back to being 17 or 18 years old, not married. This is just an independent you or somebody else or whatever.
It's just me.
And you got really good hair, like super cool hair.
I actually have better hair now than I did back then anyway.
Well, things change. Okay. So you, let's say you go on a date with a girl, as you would, and I don't know, let's just say that it's some of that 1950s stereotypical crap. Like you go up to Blueberry Hill, parked beneath the moonlight, looking out over the city, the trees, the flowers, there's stars, a light breeze. It's romantical, dog.
Okay.
So naturally things go the way you would think, and you get a little bit of kissing, making out and whatnot as people do.
Yeah.
But you are dirty old horn dog, and you get just a little too handsy, man.
This is real life.
Yeah. It's basically this is actually the story of. Anyway, so she's understandably upset, and she looks at you, and she's got anger in her eyes, and she says, "Because you live in a world where people can only talk in car honking sounds." And then you look at her, and you gotta look like, oh, I know what I did wrong, and you say,
the real response. No, hold on. The real response. Where? Hold on. I can't find the one I like.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's the real one.
That's the real deal.
That's the real deal.
Okay, so but it occurred to me that over the course of the history of the automobile, like we're getting to a point now where you can connect your phone to your car to control music, to pull up GPS, to do all kinds of crazy shit. In all the time that we've done that, we made an electric car, all of this stuff that's going on. Throughout the beginning until now, nobody has ever devised a way to make it not absolutely infuriating to have somebody audibly signal you from their car with a horn. I've never heard anybody honk a horn in a way that didn't immediately piss me off or nearly drive me off the side of the road accidentally.
Right, no, I agree.
So that made me start thinking about, there's no way to talk to other people in a car without getting pissed off. In a world where you can only spink in honks, murder rates through the roof. For sure.
For sure.
Conversation is iffy.
The killing of spouses is really high.
Yeah,
because you could just mean you could be kind of frustrated, but it comes out as just really
just a
aggressive,
loud, rancid, awful honk.
I think the world's a lot louder too.
Yeah, for sure. Like
Just
you
in
can't
general.
get together. Imagine going to a library and you need to find out. My presupposition here, I think that's a word, is that they can understand you.
Right. Like we can understand each other.
But it would be, maybe it would be worse. Maybe there is no language.
What if an alien race exists that only does speak in honks?
We will fight them?
I was about to say, we will be very angry with them.
We'll be okay with them until they try to talk to us while we're driving or something like that. And then just off the road.
Imagine drive-through speakers. Okay, you know how you pull up and already somebody's voice is already like... Blah, 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 blah.
I can remember every time I've worked in a drive-through, just hearing another person's voice through that headset made me want to die.
Exactly. So imagine, somebody pulling up and it's like... And that's their voice. That's what they said to you.
Could that society actually work? Like, would you be able to survive if it wasn't a language?
Here's the thing, man.
If you make it a language, then it's normal. Then it's
Right.
just English, because we're already talking in a series of goofy honks.
Right, but I mean, we are. I agree with you, but at the same time, though, I couldn't exist in a world to where even if it made sense, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
That just drives me crazy. Like you said, it already drives you to anger first.
Yeah.
But like even like the goofy one that I just did, that goofy one would still be like, could you stop?
Oh yeah, you're not taking this seriously?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we just get in and get out. Come on.
So the world you're pitching, is it a world where we can't understand? It's just honk sounds, and we have to communicate like that.
Because the way it works in a car is you don't understand, even if
Right, it's true.
It's like
right.
somebody sets off a bomb. If you were to look at people driving alongside you on the highway, if you honk your horn, the guy next to you, the guy in front of him, the people behind you, anybody who can hear that immediately goes, "What the fuck?"
Exactly. Who's honking?
And everybody immediately does this, like, "Am I a good person?" check.
Exactly.
Because
am I doing everything?
Yeah. Because every time that I've been honked at on the road, it's immediately like, "Oh, they think I'm a piece of shit.
Exactly.
They think that I don't know how to live my life." And I can't stand it.
So if it's a world where we don't,
if you don't understand it, then I don't think we could make it.
I don't think so either. I think you have a lot more suicide.
But if you can understand it, even if means dinner's ready, I don't know
I'm
about
still
that.
angry. Yeah.
I feel like I'd have to come from a world where like it would have to be tomorrow. All of a sudden, you can only speak in honks.
Right.
That would probably be the setup that would lead to the most, a comedy, I guess. the most unfortunate, hilarious.
I was about to say, I don't think it's comedy at all.
No,
you just have a lot of angry fucking people. I just don't understand. I mean, how would customer service work at that point? I mean, that would actually be a place it would be good at, because you could just do a really loud, angry honk, and it'd be like, he honked at me angrily.
Imagine going to like if you've ever been at like a basketball game or something.
Right.
Okay. Every single person is honking. You go to a concert.
I was just about to say a concert.
Everybody in the crowd is honking. Everybody on stage is honking.
They've got a microphone honking.
It'd be just a big honking mess, dude.
It really would.
What would it do to music? Music would be fucked up. Because you really couldn't, you're atonal. I don't think that you can really, the way that I would have it happen if I was going to torture humanity would be that it was all one kind of horn. Oh. So no matter what you do, you can do various lengths. You can tap out Morse code with it, but it's always just the same. It's just variations of that in terms of length.
Man, that's terrible.
Well, I hate people.
I know, right?
So it would be really good for me.
That's awful.
But that would be rough. So every single song that's made from that point on would have to be on key with that, for sure.
My God.
So I've eliminated like half the chords that you can use in a song, probably.
I was about to say, you've eliminated music pretty much.
Yeah, probably people just wouldn't listen to music.
Yeah, people would just stop.
Mostly instrumentals.
Yeah, exactly. And that would be really sad, because I'm a lyrical guy, and I would be like, no.
Let's say that this is a thing that just happens. Let's say that it just happens to us as a people.
Right.
How long do you think it would take, and how many people do you think would be left after, to the point where we decide, okay, this is a permanent thing. This is part of our lives.
Right.
We're going to have to go ahead and start working with it, which they've decided on their own, because they cannot say that to another person. In fact, the first time that they go and try to say that to another person, they just hear all up in their face. They do that. The other person is just immediately enraged.
As I'd say, yeah, there's just anger right away.
Can you just imagine all the depressed people laying on the ground honking into the air? So sad. But no weaker.
I think I would just quit talking, man. I just think I would quit.
Do you think we just turn into a sign language culture?
And honestly, you know, most of these scenarios that we do talk about the breakdown of society.
Yeah.
This would actually improve everything.
Do you think this would be the one that fixes it all up?
Yeah, because like the thing is, if I have to type out a message on like a phone or something to tell you something, it's got to be really important. And do I really want to go out of my way to type out like a very angry message?
That's true. Like petty arguments would have to go down because the worth of it is just nowhere near.
Exactly.
What you would need to make it
you
worth it.
can't add like emotion to it unless you type out a really angry message and then hit. Show them how mad you are.
What if? Well, no, I know what it would be like if we couldn't even write anything. You just write honk.
If you take away our ability to like write,
I think I'm just trying to destroy
we're
people.
Just screwed.
I just want everybody to have a hard time.
We're just trying to break the world.
Yeah.
The world's having a hard time anyway.
Oh, I know.
You know, part of me thinks though, like let's take this further and think about the political things happening right now.
Yeah.
Who would ever know what to vote for?
Well, you know,
this guy's honk. It's like you're texting out to grandma or whatever. This guy's honk is not as bad as this guy.
Totally honk.
Totally honk.
I don't know, because it occurs to me
2016
as I honk you can believe in. It occurs to me
we're gonna make America honk again.
Oh God. I wonder who we're talking about.
Just thinking of that. Feel the honk.
If you look at how people interact on the internet and how they interact in real life, it occurs to me that this is basically what the world already is to me anyway. Just a bunch of screaming noises that don't mean anything. I need to talk to somebody. This says a lot more about me than it does about these poor people who are honking.
No, I like the idea. Honestly, I'm coming around to this world because it's like I get kind of sick of hearing people talk. Mm-hmm. And if I wanted to, like, honks are annoying.
Yeah.
But I could turn the TV off. I could not get on Facebook, and I wouldn't have to listen to anybody anymore.
You would have to turn the TV off. Nobody can speak. We would go back to silent film set to piano,
right?
Like in a minute, because there's no way. I challenge anybody to make honk drama,
right,
a thing. You find a way for that to work. And you can subtitle it, but come on, it's still honking. There's no situation severe enough that the drama won't be undercut by that.
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
No matter how poignant the scene, can you imagine you ever watch Good Will Hunting?
Yes.
You know the fucking where Robin Williams is like, it's not your fault. Okay, here's that scene in my world. That's rough. That ain't as good.
We're just going to have to pitch it by the looks on their face, though, you know?
I guess we would become more expressive people visually, right? Do you think that would come out in our clothes? Like, would people start wearing bright clothes like the 80s again, all neon pink and whatnot?
To show the world that they felt great that day?
Yeah, you got to express yourself in other ways.
The rebels would wear black.
It's just a ton of, yeah. Like, I'm a sad cloud.
I'm a sad dude.
I got lots of feelings.
Get away from me. This horn don't mean nothing.
Wah, wah. Yeah, I don't know if that horn would be there. Still, there's too much effect to it. It communicates something.
Do you think the sales for dry erase boards would increase?
Yo, for sure, dude. Yeah, like people would be. Well, people are already pretty much on their cell phones, kind of nonstop. But yeah, you'd be on your phone a lot. You'd be writing everything. People might become better writers. Thumbs up on that.
Yeah. Hold on. No, they wouldn't. They would just find...
I call bullshit on that,
I call bullshit. They would just find shortcuts to say the stupid shit they say.
It would just be a big, nasty set of abbreviations and acronyms and shit.
And eventually it would just be a jumbled mess that people would have to try and figure out. And then it would just be... you know, because somebody's really mad.
That's an inspiring talk. That was really meaningful. God God, man. Yeah, I think it would have to come through in what we were to do non-verbally. So you would have to start dressing differently. You'd have to start... God, I don't know. We'd be making faces more often, probably.
How do you learn anything? How do you go to school?
I guess it would all have to be written, like, right? I mean, it would just be a completely quiet society. God, this is starting to sound really good. You're right.
About to say,
this doesn't seem so bad.
Awesome, yeah.
I mean, you can never hear anybody say anything nice to you again. But I mean, if you really do the math, how often does somebody say something nice versus somebody say something irritating?
Right. I think the only thing I would miss, other than music, I would miss music really bad. The only other thing I would miss would be sexual noises, like moaning and things like that, because that's pretty cool.
Oh, no. Now that's going to make things a little silly, because I've been told that for some people, it's pretty difficult to not make those kinds of noises or say things.
Right.
So, a passionate night of yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Put on a little bit of that old Barry Manilow, get ourselves some Wayne.
But they only express if they express it kind of fast.
Yeah.
Maybe not
just
as long
a series
as
of hilarious honks rhythmically going into the night.
Right.
A series of unfortunate honks. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
I want to do it. I want to take it away from people. I don't want anybody to talk anymore. I want them all honking.
I was about to say, I want everybody honking.
I'm going to fill out the order form, and I'm getting us honks this week.
What if God just did a social experiment?
I think he is. I'm like, this is a topic for another time, but I'm not sure.
Right.
Like, I believe that the Bible is referring to a different set of people who are his chosen people. We're the Petri dish, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what I would do. That's what anybody would do. No matter how benevolent you are, you still want to fuck around with things, right? And I mean, what are we to him but ants?
What if tomorrow this just happens?
I mean,
I'm pretty happy.
It would ruin the podcast. Coming back
That's true.
would be kind of a waste.
That's true.
But I mean, as far as honking goes, we're the best.
Yeah. Yeah. We're the absolute best on the internet.
You can't argue with that.
Right.
When it comes to loud, abrasive honking.
If they think to themselves or they type out to their friends, you should listen to this new podcast. They honk for 20 minutes.
They do some really good stuff with honking by the microphone and then coming back like they're race cars. It's neat.
It's pretty cool, man.
That's what it would all end up being, is just like you would have to go to like a system of honks that mean different things, like based on the length of the honk or something.
Right. like Morse code, pretty much.
But but can you imagine all the good things that would come from it? I mean, you can't be racist if you're honking.
That's true.
How do you even express it?
That's true.
How do you even start to express it? You can't sexually harass anybody.
Mm-mm.
Nobody can make fun of you. Because no matter what clever thing they're thinking, and
no matter what smarmy way you want to say it,
it's sarcasm's out the window.
Sarcasm's gone, man.
Wow.
And if I don't want to read the thing you're holding up, I'm not hurt.
You could just not look at them. All they can do is honk at you.
Exactly.
And I mean, well, I guess there would probably be God damn, dude, after a couple of months, honking would go back to what it is right now. An annoying thing meant to make people feel angry and pay attention to your bullshit.
Yeah.
Wow. We're never going to make it as a society.
We do a lot of things on this show, man. we fix a lot of problems.
Yeah, it seems like every time we take something away from humanity, we make things better for them.
Yeah.
We need to simplify.
We really do. We need to be in control.
Here's the keys to reality. Have fun, boys. Make sure to lock up when you leave.
Yeah. When I said control, it was like, oh, no.
If you think about it, that's a lot of responsibility.
We've got people's heads on our wall that we've killed, and we can speak in honks.
Oh, no. Just imagine if all of this shit we've talked about happened at once. So there's just a bunch of honking faces on your wall of the people that you've killed.
And on top of that, a bunch of people squatting to pay for their meal.
Yeah, a bunch of people doing squats, sheepishly apologizing to one another in abrasive honk sounds while they're trying to hold in their shit.
Exactly.
So that they can drive home.
Right. What a world we live in.
We are constructing a very unique hell.
Yes, we are. One day down the line, we have to like stack everything up.
Just do an anthology.
Yeah.
So anyways, they're in the arena fighting to the death because of their political beliefs, right? But they all got a shit because everybody wants to drive home after this thing's over with. Anybody who dies is like, that's wasted effort. So they're all trying their very best to make it.
Yeah.
God, oh man.
They can't even talk about their points because they're just honking at each other.
And then at the end of it, it turns out it was all a dream because I was a dragon.
That's true. That's true.
I guess that would be the Saint Elsewhere of the whole thing. Like, no matter what happens, if we were to put all those things together, at the end of it, it would have been a dream.
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
Unless that's the first thing to happen.
I was about to say.
Yeah, we just reorder them. We'll just do them in order.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, we do what we want.
But if you can only honk, and the first thing you say as a profession is what you become, would you never be able to pick a profession, or would we all be people who professionally honk?
We would all be people who professionally honk.
That's all I want. That's what I want now. I just want to get that job. I just want to do that. I just want to honk.
Just honk professionally.
Why can't I do that?
What is the difference in honking professionally versus honking normally?
You get paid in squats.
Well, okay.
You get enough squats, you can get anything you want.
All right.
With the man with the most squats rules the world, that's for sure.
Well, that's true anyway.
Yeah.
That's true now.
That's a factual thing that you can find out today.
It's not as responsive as I want it to be.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to hit them all at once, just like piano.
Just go down the line.
Yeah. You know how like you run down a piano.
Welcome to a conference. Welcome to like.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's all the people crying at a funeral.
All right.
That's a useful thing to have happen.
Holy crap, man. Something else I didn't think about either.
We all expressed our pain there.
We all expressed it pretty hard.
Honk, 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 honk. Like it would have the basic cadence of crying, but it would be... Do you think people could cry in this world?
Yeah.
With the
I think...
with that always hanging over your head.
You couldn't, like, cry, like, vocally, I guess.
God, you'd have to... You
Still cry tears.
There would just have to be a big screen anywhere. Anywhere you were going to have a conference or talk to people. You go to a big convention. You go to a self-help convention, right? And there's this really excited dude up at the front, just like now, but he never says anything. He's just got a PowerPoint clicker, and he's running from one side of the stage to the other, trying to keep excitement up with no sound as his little slides go across.
Man, I'd watch that.
Yeah, I'd watch that now.
I'd be into that. Yeah.
I think that would be funny now. If it was like part of regular life, maybe I'd be used to it. But
right.
But as it stands, I would watch a mute guy try to keep people excited.
Yeah, exactly.
You get a mute hype man, get a rap battle going with honks. Everything would fall the fuck apart. We couldn't do anything anymore.
No, we couldn't do nothing.
Anything in terms of entertainment would go straight to hell.
Yep.
You could still do video games, I guess. That would still work. Paintings
without dialogue.
Paintings will be fine. Yeah, without dialogue.
And I mean, music still exists, like you said, instrumentally.
It would be really confusing if you went back to old games, like you played Grand Theft Auto, and cars honk at you when you do something, and you're like,
well,
I didn't, you would think somebody was talking to you in the room.
Exactly.
Oh boy!
Did you say something? But it's just ha.
Yeah. Oh man, that would just be the worst kind of thing. What if you fell? What if you fell and got hurt? And you're just laying on your back.
I guess you just
honking.
have to keep doing it.
The sound that you make for "I've fallen and I can't get up" is the same sound you make for "I don't want honey mustard on my Reuben."
Right.
Like there's no shades in between. You could be bleeding to death. You could be asking what time it is.
You could be getting raped.
You could. That would be... Well, that's bad. You took it to a dark place. We were having a lot of fun.
It's been a dark place.
No, we were having a great time. Everybody was doing good until you honked it all up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to honk it all up.
No, but it's true. You could be in genuine distress and nobody would know.
Nobody would have a clue.
They'd just be like, "There's some fucking jerk ass mumbling to himself over there."
Yeah. Some hobo over there just will not hush.
So what would be the greatest nonverbal statement that you could make? Since you can't say anything, like what would you do if you walk, say, okay, so there's all these people in the world that are all messed up and they're like, they want to start a fist fight. You know, that kind of person.
Right,
they go and
right.
they get drunk and then they get mad and they get in somebody's face. What does that guy do to pick a fight? Do you just go up to somebody and honk right in their face and just don't stop honking? That's basically what they do now.
It's basically what they do now.
Shit.
But at the same
We
time,
can't
though,
stop that.
you could like, I don't know, you could start honking like. Can you honk? Can you control like you? Yeah, you can control like the length of it.
Yeah, you control the length
So
of
you
it.
could just honk, honk, honk. You know, keep doing
With
it.
that look on your face? Because that look makes me feel like you're condescending.
That's the
like,
thing. You
and
gotta,
now we gotta
make
fight.
it look. Yeah.
So it's all about honking through a certain facial expression.
Right.
I got you. What if you? What if? I'm sorry, we lost the baby.
Yeah. Exactly. How do you say that?
Just come out with a sign.
Yeah.
Probably? Oh, that's rough.
With like a womp womp.
Oh no, that'd be the worst.
Because I can't help but think all these signs just reminds me of the Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote. You know?
Yeah.
Can't really talk, so he's just like, oh, this sucks.
That was weird about Wile E. Coyote. Like, he never barked. He was still
Yeah, he
like
never
a
made
coyote.
noise or anything. Yeah.
Coyotes yip. Coyotes make noise. He was mute. We were making fun of a guy with a serious handicap just trying to get dinner.
Just trying to.
We don't deserve
He was just
words,
trying to
Eric.
eat. Yeah, I was
we
about
don't
to say.
deserve to be
I think
able
that's
to
what
talk.
you're just saying. You're just trying to build this utopia.
We're at like 800 hours. We should probably cut it.
Okay.
I don't know how to finish it. We're honking out here. Yeah.
That's my favorite one. If I could honk and I could choose my honk,
Do you get one honk? Do you get to pick your honk?
yeah,
You
I get
honk
to
at
pick
both?
it.
Jesus.
Oh my god!
We're taking that guy out back and shooting him.
He's dead.
Guaranteed.
I mean, that's okay. I feel like that's kind of.
So let's say that I know I just said we need to cut it, but fuck it. So let's say that it's based on, like, you know, how big you are, like just like regular voices. You know, if you would have a deep voice, then you'd have a deep honk. So we got all these dudes coming up with their air horn style. You know, like we get some people who have like a fog horn. They're all ooh. And then you get some people who have, like, you know, very like kids, tiny people. Beep, beep. You know, like all
Tiny people?
It would just. Well, I was about to say, like, you know, like
anything else.
Well, I was gonna say women, and I was like, you know, being small is not the exclusive property of women.
Exactly.
there can be small men,
Right.
and then so I kind of stumbled out of that hole
Yeah.
as I saw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I imagine like babies would probably sound like, you know how you know when you need to change the batteries in a smoke alarm and it does that little bip, that like super high pitched beep.
Really high pitched.
Except
God, that
nonstop.
is so annoying, dude.
Except nonstop.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, babies crying. Eric, babies crying. That's already so hard.
I already hate kids,
Yeah.
so I would just hate them even more.
Yeah. Oh my god, no. No.
People who
That's the line that gets drawn. That's where people can't make it.
people who take their baby to a movie too.
I tell you that within a year of this, it's legal to kill your baby.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Here we go now. Gonna take it down. It's the end of the show. What's going on, folks? Yeah. Yes, the end of the mother show. End of the show. Yes, we just a go. I wanna take a ride in your Camaro. Yeah. Yeah. End of the show. End of the show. Yeah.
Got it! Got it, we're printing!
God, print money.
Printing some damn money!
Print it.
That's gold!